Just do some phone calls straight up this segment, and then we'll get up toward the top. We'll start with Alberto on line one this afternoon. Alberto, what's on your mind, man?
Wasn't that nice of Donnie to disparage the NATO troops?
AJ, how's that guy always get through to you, man? You don't pick up on his accent. He got you again.
He got me. He got me. There's times when he doesn't get on, and then there's times when he does.
It's funny to see how he gets through.
Yeah.
Who's?
But look, he's look. Hold on, let me turn my mic on. My camera.
Look, our callers don't go. Donald Trump.
Yeah.
There's this troll guy that calls all over the country and tries to.
But look, he's persistent. He's persistent, and he comes up. Yep. So he'll come up like with a whole bunch of names. A lot of different names, right? And there's times where I call him, I was like, bro, like, why don't you just be yourself? Like, just be you.
Because he's in his mom's basement whacking off. He ain't got anything else to do. He's just making up. He's living an alternative ego life.
And it's not sometimes he tries to switch his voice, and I can catch it depending on how he asks a question. And I'm like, I know who this is.
Do you remember naming that tune?
Yes.
You could try to see how few notes you can name the song.
Mm-hmm.
That guy can say 2 words and I know exactly who he is.
But no, here's the thing. You could tell because like as soon as he gets on, he changes his voice back to his regular voice, and he'll So
you're saying he fakes you out during the call screen?
Sometimes he uses his real voice, and I know. And you can tell he has that kind of like that East Coast kind of like new Eastern type of voice.
This is Alberto. Can I get on the radio, please? And then he gets on the air and he goes, Donald Trump.
Yes, that's exactly what he does. That's
Damn,
exactly what he does.
Paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, paging Mr. Did you ever see Pee-wee's? Yeah.
I grew up
twice
on
this week we have quoted that movie.
Now, like I said, there's a lot of times I do catch it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, but, sometimes it slips through the crack.
I would entertain his call because it's funny, and it's kind of fun to box him around a little bit. But I don't want to play that game. There are these little pajama boys. They're probably sitting in their furry costumes, playing with their nipples down in their mom's house. And they do this. They all over the country. And they'll just call around and record themselves calling in the shows. So then they can turn around and post those. And I don't want to feed his little side business.
Right.
Wonder what he would do for a living if he had a job. Nobody that has a job could sit around and do that all day. Like a job.
Look, there's probably a job that he could actually do. You know what? They might be hiring at the DMV or something like that. I don't know. If you want to be obnoxious like that.
They wouldn't hire him to suck farts out of a bus seat down at the Greyhound station. So you got to have talent to do that. It's a demanding job. Man, how are you doing, AJ? You ready for the cold weather? Let's just keep it loose, and then we'll get on back to the hard stuff.
Yes.